So here's how I did this zoom through effect. Let's jump into DaVinci and we will grab a still from the video we want to zoom through, the very last still. So in my case, it was this eye. We'll right click on it and create a new Fusion clip. Inside of Fusion, we want to mask out the area we're going to zoom through. In my case, it's a circle, so I can use the ellipse tool. If you have a more complex shape, use the polygon or the B-spline. Probably the polygon is the easiest. Select your mask, place it on the area, invert it, and now we have our photo masked out. Select median, and then we're going to drop in this order an image plane 3D, which is right here, a 3D merge, and then a render. Make sure these connect because they won't drop on, so disconnect this end median, and then the render 3D into the media out right over here. Then drag a 3D camera above the merge 3D, connect those two. Now you won't be able to see it, so you'll click on the merge 3D, click your number 1 key, and it'll pop up. Jump back onto the 3D camera, make sure your playhead is all the way at the start, and you are going to go in the transform. With the Z translation, you are going to move it until it's framed properly. So right here. And with my mask, it's a little higher, so I opted to move it down a little so it's more centered, and then crop it in so the zoom through would go through the direct center, but you can adjust that however you need. Now you're going to set your keyframe, make sure again the playhead's at the start, set that. We're going to jump over to the image plane 3D, hit Shift space, and we want a duplicate 3D. We're going to drop that in. On that duplicate 3D, we are going to take the copies and turn them up to 10, which is going to make 10 copies of it. And then we're going to offset that by -1. Now we're going to jump back into the 3D camera, and we're going to go a couple frames in, and we are going to zoom the camera through to the end. Bang. The keyframe automatically sets. The last touch is on the render 3D. You will go in settings and tick on motion blur. You can mess with all these settings, whatever works, and if you've done that properly, you should end up with, once it renders out, a zoom through effect. Drop some footage beneath it. Let me know if you have questions.